We're going to set Pop-Tarts on fire. Fun with food websites on call for help.
I hope these people can help me with my computer. A technician will be with you in 4 hours.
4 hours?
You can upgrade for just $5,000.
What?
The Universal Serial Config board should be set to ID6.
I need that in plain English. Help!
Leo Laporte to call for help. May I help you?
I take off my wristwatch. I have the wristwatch that shines into the lights. And see it flying. Hi, welcome to Call for Help. I'm Leo Laporte. Look at this. What do you think? You like the shirt, guys?
Ooh, sexy.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a character. Apparently, it's a famous Japanese. Yeah, I think anime character. Yeah. I don't reckon. I don't.
Can't figure it out.
Can you get that? Look at that.
Kind of looks like Spawn, but not really.
It's whack, huh? Do you know that stuff? Are you an anime fan?
I like it. I like it. Yeah, I like comics. And
So you're going to do something with Pop-Tarts?
yeah.
Yeah. We've got breakfast on Call for Help. That's going to be fun. Now, Monica, are you a camper, Andy? Do you go camping?
I camp at the Sheraton.
Yeah, me too. If it doesn't have a down comforter, forget it.
Really?
But you were camping, weren't you? This weekend?
Yeah. Last weekend I went camping. It's so much fun. It's actually my first time camping, and I love it.
No electronics out there. No game.
No, nothing.
Game Boys.
I needed a
PlayStations.
break.
Was that good?
From computers.
Yeah.
When Armageddon
when you're
comes, we know who to
constantly-
go to then.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think Andy and I can do that.
Actually, I have like all these marshmallows left over.
So Pop-Tarts and marshmallows on the show today.
So, marshmallow?
No, please. I'm never eat marshmallows while I'm working. Coming up, we've got a great show for you, sharing files on a home network. We're going to show you how to make your first website, the beginning of a new segment that we're going to do every single week called Web Workshop with Amber MacArthur. It's going to be so much fun. Plus, we'll show you a free image editor. If you can't afford Photoshop, you're going to love this. But I think we should start with I'm sorry, you're eating a marshmallow, but could you give us the first caller, please? I think we should start with a caller, don't you?
Sure. We got
Yes.
Jason from Toronto.
Jason from Toronto, our first caller from our home city. Hey, Jason, how are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
I'm very well. Welcome to the show.
Glad to have you up here.
Oh, it's
I've
great.
watched your show for years, and it was terrible to see you go. And then when we found out you're coming up here, fantastic.
Well, we're really glad that you're watching, and yeah, it's been really great for me. You know, what happened basically is once the show was canceled in the States, G4 Tech TV Canada called and said, well, would you consider coming here to do it? And I said, are you kidding? I'd love to. And Toronto's a great town. You're lucky. You live in a really fun, wonderful city. I'm really.
I know. I love it.
Yeah. I mean, I only come up here, 1 week a month, but it's great fun. So what can we do for you today?
Well, I'm an avid gamer.
Okay.
A lot of the first-person shooters and stuff, and I have been putting off buying an LCD, a large sort of 19-inch plus LCD for a while, because every LCD I've seen, once there's any fast movement on it, you get all that ghosting because of the response time.
Yeah.
I was wondering, when do you think? Are there any LCDs out there that I don't know of that actually are good enough for gaming, or when do you think we're actually going to see LCDs?
That's a great question. These things, these things have taken over in the computer world because they're small, they're thin, they're bright, they really look great. But the one problem with them is this response time. Now, it's not refresh rate. People sometimes think that's refresh rate. See how thin that is? Response time is the amount of time measured in milliseconds that it takes for one dot on the screen to go from black, from off, all the way off, to all the way on, and then all the way off again. And on a tube TV, a glass screen CRT, response time is very close to zero. In fact, it's functionally zero. In other words, it takes no time at all for that dot to come on and go off. And that means in terms of gaming is the screen keeps up with the game. Now on these things, this particular one, the one I use at home too, most LCD screens have a 25 millisecond response time. That means it takes 25 milliseconds to go all the way up and all the way down again. And you know, I'll be honest, I play Unreal Tournament 2004 and Far Cry and stuff on I have a Samsung 19-inch digital monitor, and I don't notice anything. I think it's fine. That's a 25 millisecond monitor. Now, Sharp, Sony, and others are already doing 16 millisecond monitors, and if you search around, you're going to start seeing 12-second LCD response time. But that's probably, I don't think you're going to see anything like CRT 0. So, Jason, what I would suggest is you go look at some of the newer fast response time monitors like the Sharp or the Sony. Those are the 16 milliseconds, and see if you can live with it. I'll be honest with you. I don't see it. What they claim, and you tell me because you're seeing it, is that it's kind of smeary, that there's a little ghosting. So if a character's running through the screen, it does make sense. If that pixel where he was doesn't come down off fast enough, it'll look like there's trails behind him, ghosting.
Yeah, I've seen Battlefield Vietnam, and where it was a 16 millisecond, or supposedly that's the specs from the manufacturer.
Yeah.
And when you would turn, the screen would go so blurry that you'd have to reorient yourself every time you turn too much.
Well, now see, that's not good. And now I've never seen it that bad. You know, when we did the LAN parties on the screensavers, including Battlefield Vietnam and Battlefield 1942, we did them on standard NEC 25 millisecond LCDs. Nobody complained. I'm wondering if there were some settings. Now, Battlefield is very demanding, understand?
Yeah. No, it was definitely an aspect of the LCD.
Wow. Well,
it was a 5900 card, so.
Okay, and that's your game, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, soon. Doom 3 just came out, so.
I know. I'm totally stoked about Doom 3. Yeah, and that might be a good case of where you're going to spend money on a 5900 and a fast processor and lots of RAM. You're not going to run it on one of these things.
Exactly.
Hardcore gamers, people like Thresh play on CRTs.
Exactly.
But I have to say, I've never seen anything like what you described, where you turn around and you got to wait for the screen to settle down. That would
it's waiting in as much as we're probably talking 0.2 milliseconds.
Yeah, but you're playing a game like Battlefield, that could be critical.
Yeah, it's a bullet in the head kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome, Jason. Hey, it's great to have you watching the show. Tell all your friends in Toronto, okay?
I will do.
All right, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah. Do you play games, Andy, on LCD or on CRT?
No, on CRT.
You like the glass tubes?
I much prefer those, especially if you have a really wicked, graphics cards. Yeah, but you know what? The thing about is LCD and plasma both, they have their problems. But coming in a couple of years is going to be something called OLED, right? Or OLED, organic light emitting diode. And this is like a light emissive screen that will have amazing refresh rates and be super thin. So
okay. So the response times will be good on the OLEDs.
Yeah, they're going to be fantastic.
Right.
Yeah. In fact, they've already demoed some sports stuff on a 15-inch or 20-inch.
See, that's going to be great then.
Yeah.
And those do look incredible.
They are absolutely
beautiful. You can get them now on cell phones.
Excuse me, what's that?
But Arnold says you have to go.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you, Andy.
All right.
Coming up, we're going to show you how to access files from any PC. When Call for Help continues, you stay right here, okay?
Call for help. May I help you?
Welcome back to Call for Help. Let's see what Andy Walker's up to in the laboratory. What you doing in here?
Well, today I'm going to show you how to share files between computers.
Yeah, that's a really important thing to be able to do. A lot of people just put them on floppies or CDs and they ferry them back and forth.
What do you used to call that? Sneaker net?
Sneaker net, because you're wearing out sneaker leather as you're doing it. So is there a better way?
There is a better way. If you have a home network with a router, and all the computers are connected to it, once that happens, you create a work group, which is...
wait. Okay. That sure sounded easy. So I got a home network, a router, and a work group? Maybe we better slow down here. Home network means just, Ethernet connecting the computers, right? Or it could be wireless.
Yeah, and these devices run about $100, $150.
Do you have to have a router to do this? You don't have to have a router.
You don't have to have a router, but it makes life a whole lot easier.
The router is really more for getting the internet onto that network, but you could have a network, if you didn't access the internet, you could have a network just connected all through a hub or just even direct connected.
It's a real headache.
Okay. Use a router. All right.
I prefer if people use a router. That's the future anyway.
All right.
But built into XP and Windows 98 and Windows ME are functions to share files across a network.
So that we've got the connection, might as well use it.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna show you quickly. We're gonna take a folder on my desktop here called Pix.
This is how you would turn it on to share.
You're going to turn the.
Do you have to do anything to turn? You said work group. Do you have to? What does that mean?
Well, if we go into, we have to go into. I think it is. Let's see if we can find here. My computer. Right-click on my computer and go to Properties.
Yeah.
You can actually see the computer name.
So that's your work group.
No, that's your computer name, and then there's a network ID.
And I see it says work group is work group. So you would set that up, and that's the default. When Windows comes out of the box, it's set up that way.
Set up, yeah. Okay. Also, sometimes it defaults. I think in XP is MS Home.
MS Home.
I just call everything work group just because it's simple.
Yeah. They do all have to have the same name, though. to share?
They do.
Okay.
Well, they don't necessarily, but it makes life easier because you're going to get a folder that says work group,
right.
and then all the computers will be inside that in your
right.
My Network places.
You might, I might say Laporte House on mine. Mm-hmm. But you'd have a name that you all have in common, so it makes it easier to find. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
so we've done that.
So we've done that.
Now, how do we share a folder?
Well, so you go to any folder, and you're going to right. In this case, I'm going to use the Pics folder on my desktop, and I right
share your
click on
pictures.
it.
Well, that makes sense. That's the kind of thing you do, yeah.
And I'm going to
share your pictures. Okay.
Properties, and there's a sharing tab here, so I want to click sharing. And then what I can do is say share this folder on the network, and I'm going to call it something. And this is going to be what they call the share name.
Ah.
So I could call it my Pics, or actually I should call it Andy's Pics. You should pick a unique name that you can
If you
recognize.
just said pictures, you'd look on the network, you wouldn't know whose pictures.
Well,
they
if
were.
you share a lot of folders called pictures, it's going to be a bunch of
very
folders.
confusing. Okay.
So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to hit apply. Now I'm not going to do this.
Now, what does this box allow network users to change my files? What would that do?
Well, you can either say read-only mode, where you can only view the files on the shared folder.
Okay.
Or if you say allow change, then you can actually open the file up, and make a change. So
you do that on a folder where you were sharing documents with, say, if you're at work and you're all working on the same word processing document, you'd want to make sure they could save their changes.
that's right. My folks have spreadsheets. They're a small home office.
They work on them simultaneously.
And so they all work on the documents themselves.
On the other hand, sharing pictures, you probably don't want to let everybody in the family modify that file. It's read-only, so you'd uncheck that box.
That's right.
Okay,
exactly.
good.
So let's say I've set that up. Now, for purposes of the demo, I've actually set up a shared folder on your computer.
You dog! How dare you? Okay.
And speaking of dogs, there are actually pictures of my sister's dog, Jasmine. So
on my computer?
On your
Imagine
computer.
that.
So
I've never met them. So how would you get to the shared folders?
So what you would do is you would want to browse, just switch it over here, to my other computer.
Okay.
So you're going to go to Network Places, and let me just let it catch up here.
So you open Network Places, and then right away you see...
So then you see, this is my computer, and I'm going to go to View Work.
Well, that's confusing. So and people should be aware of that. You'll not only see the other computers, you'll see yours.
You'll see yours first.
In fact, that's the first thing you'll see.
Yeah.
So don't get confused by that.
Right.
All right. Okay.
Sometimes it's handy to hit F5 because that will refresh and it'll go out and look for all the computers on the network.
Okay.
Or you can actually use this little trigger, View Work Group Computers, which I'm going to do. And
look at
there
that.
are 3 computers on our network right now.
So is the other one Mon's? Or?
No, one is actually my gaming machine down here on the right.
Okay.
One is yours because we have different routers here in the studio.
So the computer will show up by its name, and that's the name that's the name it's been given. Okay.
Right. And I'm going to open your computer, and there I actually created a folder called Share with Andy.
So that was like the Pics folder on this side. That's a folder you shared actively on my computer.
And if I double click, I'm now working physically on
that's my computer?
in the folder on your computer.
Right. And that's very fast too.
And there's a picture of my sister's dog, Jasmine.
So this is, to again underscore this is a picture not on this computer, but we're getting over the network because of file sharing turned on. So any risks inherent in this? Any security risks?
Well, yeah, sure. In most cases, if you share and don't password, you can't actually password protect.
This was not password protected.
Wasn't.
I can't move. So anybody who could get onto our network could see those pictures.
Right. So if you drive up with a Wi-Fi device, you could actually browse onto somebody's network and steal everything.
So make sure you turn on passwords if you're going to do it on a wireless network or you're going to have an unprotected network.
Right.
And use a good password. Don't use a dictionary name, your dog's name. Use numbers, letters, punctuation, all mixed up. Right?
There you go.
Got it. Very good. That made it look very easy.
It made it look very easy. It takes a little bit of practice, but you'll figure it out.
Hal can't do it, but we can, and you can too. Thank you, Andy Walker. We'll be back after this short break with more calls and a free image editor. Why pay for Photoshop? But first, it's time for our daily quiz, our quiz of the day. What is sneakerware? Is it an undercover spyware? Is it illicit software, manual data transfer, or secret bikini briefs? I think Andy's wearing those today, actually. Get to the website, give us your answer. We'll talk about it later on when Call for Help continues. Hi, welcome back to Call for Help. Leo Laporte here. Let's get another caller on the air. Monica, are you eating marshmallows again? You got to stop that.
It's addictive.
Is this the new marshmallow diet? Is this the thing?
Well, it's certainly not a diet. Oh my God.
Who's on the phone?
We actually have a NetCam caller, David from Thornhill.
Yeah, good. David, welcome to the show. How are you?
Good. How are you, Leo?
I'm very well. It's nice to have you listening. Where is Thornhill's in Ontario, right?
It is.
Are you near here, or?
I'm about, I'd say, about 30 minutes away.
Oh, he's right near here. He's right behind me. Well, that's great. That's great. Well, as soon as we can figure out a way to get a studio and audience in the studio,
I'd love to be there.
Yeah, the problem is it's a pretty small studio right now. I don't think there's a whole lot of room in our little house. Actually, he's right in there. He's right in that little. Can you see the? He's right there. What can we do for you, David?
Well, I actually just put together a PVR for myself, and I was just looking for a more user-friendly and functional multimedia center program.
Cool. A PVR, we were talking about PVRs the other day with Mark, who came in and showed us how he built his own PVR. It's basically a hard drive VCR. It's a way to record television shows, pause them, rewind them. Really, I mean, TiVo in the States, of course, is the thing. It's kind of frustrating that you can't get it here, frankly. I'm a TiVo fan, and it's really kind of a shame. I'm not sure what the issue is. I was talking about with Andy this morning, and I think it might be a regulatory thing. I don't know why. So how did you do your PVR? What did you put in there?
I just put in a standard A-Open stable motherboard. I put in the 9600 XT All-in-Wonder, about a gig of RAM, 200 gig hard drive.
Okay. So are you using the All-in-Wonder software that came with your card?
I am.
Okay. That's what's called Media Center?
It is. It's got different functionality, but overall, yeah, it's an ATI Multimedia Center.
Yeah. And by the way, that's a good card, and you're going to get good. I think it does a good job of getting TV in. What's nice about it has TV out also, and it's really designed to do what you're doing. Although I have to say the world of PVRs has kind of advanced since ATI started writing this software in the first place. Let me show you two programs that I think are better than the Media Center.
Okay.
And I think they will work with your card, although you'll have to look on the compatibility list. The first one is called Snapstream.
Okay.
I really like these guys. They've made this is a Windows product that is very, very functional, and it pretty consistently wins best of class. Similar in functionality to the Windows Media Center. I think it's pretty good. It will work, I'm pretty sure, with your card. It's only $59.95. But the good things about that's US, by the way. The good thing about this is there's a free trial. In fact, both of these programs have free trials. Okay. So what I would suggest is you download them and try them and see if you like them.
Sounds good.
Yeah, so that's Snapstream, and then there's one other, and I like these guys. This is a small company. I've met these guys. They're really nice guys who've done a great job, I think, with their software, and I would highly recommend trying this as well. And this is called Sage TV. Now, Sage, generally, if you haven't yet put together your hardware, I would recommend looking at the bundles. Sage sells their software bundled in with video cards that they consider work very well, including, I think, this one, which I like a lot, from Hapag, which is the PVR 250. So they have a bundle. And then the Blackbird bundle includes this remote control as well from Hapag. So, but again, this is one where you can try before you buy. You can download. I would bet both of them support the ATI, since the All-in-Wonder is kind of the default video capture card out there.
Okay.
You feel pretty good about the quality you're getting from the All-in-Wonder?
It's decent. I'm actually running on the digital cable down here, so it's half decent. But with the cable, it's hard to get a good signal. But overall, it's doing good.
Yeah, I mean that's one thing that I don't know of, but that would be really great, is if there were a way to, since you've got digital coming out of that cable box. It would be really great to capture the digital signal. I think in most cases the cable company is going to prevent you from doing that. So what you're doing, in effect, is you've got the cable sending you a digital MPEG-2 signal. Boy, it would be great if we could just record that signal. But instead you have to run it through the box, which converts it to analog video, and then your card converts it back into bits to save on the hard drive.
Exactly.
And that loses some quality right there. That was, boy, I mean, I don't want to make you jealous or anything, but that's one of the great things about TiVo, say, tied in with something like DirecTV, which is the DBS satellite that we have in the States, is that you get an MPEG-2 signal from the satellite, which the TiVo doesn't re-encode. It just records direct to the hard drive. So you kind of get the optimum quality that way.
Okay.
However, not to rub it in your face, this is what you're going to be able to do here. So I would look at Sage. I would look at Snapstream. Those are both Windows solutions. If you're willing to then look at Linux, we have a great article on the website that Mark wrote for us. He uses Myth TV, which is Linux-based. That's a very easy install. You just put the CD in, and it formats your hard drive and does the whole thing. If you want to use a computer for anything else, though, it's probably not ideal. Okay, David?
Okay.
Hey, thank you for watching.
Thanks a lot. I just want to say it's great to have you back.
Oh, it's great to be back. And tell everybody in Thornhill, okay?
I will.
All right.
Thanks
See you later.
Take
care. Thanks for calling. That's fun. By the way, if you want to get on the show, all you have to do is go to our website, callforhelptv.com, and we've got a form you can fill out there and ask your question. If you've got a netcam, tell us, because we especially love to get netcam callers on. We love to see you. Right now, though, it's time for the free file of the day, and let's head on over to see what Andy Walker's been up to. Our free filer today. You know, Monica's going to do some free filers too, by the way, I should say. And you have, and at some point we'll show this. You have a Windows Media Center. This is the Microsoft.
Why don't I switch over to that before we?
Can you show that real quickly?
Yeah.
This is what Microsoft is selling. They don't sell the software separately, though. You can't just buy Windows Media Center Edition. You have to buy like this, a Toshiba laptop with the software installed.
Yeah, you have to. It's all integrated. But you know what? Eventually, when the next version of XP comes out, Longhorn, that they're developing,
they're going to have that. You think?
That's what they're talking about. Is that basic PVR functionality will be built into them.
The reason they did it this way now is because most people don't have this kind of hardware. Can you pick up this screen? Because I mean, look how cool this. I have to say, they've improved how.
Go to my TV.
Well, I just want to show the user interface first. Look at that! Oh, it's cool. Okay, in my TV, we can actually watch the TV. You can record the TV. You can pause.
Yeah, it comes
all
with
that stuff.
A remote control too.
What are you watching? Little Caterpillar?
I'm watching. This is CBC.
That's a little caterpillar.
That's right. Very
all right,
Mr. Dress.
Now let's do our. Oh, here comes big bird's going to eat the caterpillar. Watch out! Watch out, caterpillar! All right, moving right along, let's go to our free file of the day, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, here, get my mouse back.
What is
here.
our free file for today?
It's your favorite.
Picasa.
Picasa.
This is actually an amazing story, because this used to be, what, $40? $30?
Yeah, it used to be, I don't know how much it cost. Yeah. It was like 10s, 20s, 30s of dollars. Yeah, I don't know.
And now it's free.
And now it's free, thanks to Google, our friends Google.
Another purchase by Google. So what does Picasa do?
So Picasa is essentially a basic photo file editor. So you can do.
And that's Jenny Selly, by the way,
Jenny Selly.
production
She's
assistant.
getting big hits on our website at the moment, on the Leoville.
Is she a favorite?
She's a favorite.
They love Jenny.
This is kind of cool, though. So you can do basic photo manipulation. You could, in this particular case, I've got the crop mode up, so you can actually choose to zoom in on Jenny.
It's also a photo album program. I mean, it's really designed to organize and store your photos. So you would plug your digital camera in, and you would dump them in using Picasa.
Yeah, so you can sort them. You can fix red eye. You can, manipulate the image so that it's brighter, better contrast, that sort of fix basic photo problems. Yeah.
Yeah, I've started using it. I used to use Adobe Photoshop Album, which I love. But I've started using this because the user interface is a little slicker, it's a little faster. Show them the album. Can you show them the album interface? Because that's kind of cool. It also has a timeline, which I really like, so you can see when the pictures were picked. And look how Jenny is kind of in there. And I just think they've done a nice job. It's a beautiful. Oh my gosh. There's George Crow, our producer from the States, who came up to show us how to do it. These are fun. These are all online, by the way, at my website. Leoville.com.
I think I stole them from there, actually.
Yeah, we get some fun pictures.
Oh, look, nice picture of me.
Picasa, it's how much?
Free!
Oh my gosh, a free file of the day. Picasa at Picasa.com, or go to our website, callforhelptv.com, for links to all of our free files from all the days we've done this show, all whatever it is now, 5, 6. We're going to take another short pause right now, but when we come back, it's the first episode of our web workshop. Amber MacArthur joins us to show us how to get started, the easy way to create your own website. It's called a blog. She'll show you how to do it. As Call for Help continues. Stay right here. I know you know how to waste time on the web, but do you ever wonder how to launch your own publishing dynasty? Turns out it's not so hard to get started. We're to start our new web workshop with our web design guru, Amber MacArthur. She's a strategist and design expert and usability expert with iPrimate.com.
Yep.
And has done many websites for big guys.
Companies.
Yeah, but we're going to show you how to do it if you're an individual.
Exactly.
Web workshop.
So what we're going to start with today is if you're looking to actually build a website and you don't have a lot of tech skills and you don't have a lot of time and you don't want to take a lot of time to build something, the best way to start is to actually create a blog.
This is kind of a revolution. It used to be you'd have to know HTML and FTP and you have to have a host and all that stuff, and we'll show you how to do that later, but this really is much simpler.
It's really easy, and you can do it in a couple of minutes, which is great, so you don't have to spend a lot of time on it.
Is it costly?
It's free.
This is free.
Blogger's free. Yeah, we're going to actually demo Blogger, which is owned by Google, and so it's a free tool, and literally anyone can use it. The most basic user can get set up and walk through it, and in 5 minutes have set up their own personal website.
There are a number. We'll put links in our website. There are a number of other companies like LiveJournal does this.
TypePad is another one.
Yep, they have a free service and a paid service.
Yep,
so
paid service.
I use TypePad for my multiple
That's good
blogs.
as well. Yeah,
I love TypePad.
It's great.
But I started with Blogger, and there's no easier way to go.
I actually think Blogger's the best.
All right, well, let's see
Okay.
what is involved. So I have never done a website. I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay.
First thing I go to blogger.com.
You go to blogger.com.
This is what you'll see.
And the best thing to do to start out with is actually to take their tour, just so you get familiarized with Blogger. So if you walk through their tour, they can talk to you about a blog. And
what is a blog, by the way?
As they say, a blog is basically a personal diary. So it's really a website where you can post your thoughts and people can post comments on your thoughts. And
you should think of it as something that you update regularly, though, not as just a brochure for your business.
Exactly. It's kind of like your own personal message board. So it's a place where, one way that I think it would be really helpful for people if they were traveling and they wanted to keep in touch with people who are at home and give them the URL to their blog so they can go and visit the blog and see what they're up to and see what adventures they're on.
It's also kind of a new form of journalism. I mean, there were people at the U.S. Democratic Convention blogging from the convention. There's journalists using it now.
Yeah.
During the Iraq War, there were people in Baghdad who were blogging. It was an amazing way to kind of see what was going on firsthand.
Exactly. And the nice thing about it with most blogs is you can actually keep it private or you can open up to the public. So if there's people who you don't want to see what you're writing, then that's also available.
So password protected.
Exactly.
Okay.
So
that's nice to know, actually.
It is nice to know because, there's sometimes some people aren't as open with some of their thoughts and want to keep it to a smaller community.
Well, if you had a group or a club, you could have your own personal blog.
Yep.
Can you have a blog where more than one person can write?
Yes, definitely. You can allow people to post comments in the blog so they can reply to some of the comments that you've made and post their own comments.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So
Let's continue with our tour.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt.
It's okay. No. So if you continue through the tour, it will just give you the basics in terms of how to get set up on Blogger.
Okay.
And once you get through the tour...
Now, in the past, Blogger has not allowed comments. You had a few special software. Did they now allow comments?
Yes, they do.
They've added that feature.
Yeah, they've added that feature.
I think that's very important to a blog.
Yeah, it is definitely. It is really important if you want to get people's feedback and have more interaction.
When I first started blogging, I was really surprised. People really want to participate, and that's how they do.
And that's a nice thing because you form kind of a community with the blog. So if you continue through the tour, and then at the last slide, you'll get to create a blog now.
Wow.
Yeah, it's very easy. So I've actually created an account already, but for someone else to create an account, it's super easy. You go in, pick your username, your password, the display name, which is the name that you want to show up when someone visits your blog, and you put in your email address. And
you know what I like is they don't ask you for personal information, like how much money you make, where you live,
what industry you work in, all of that. Yeah,
it's not intrusive at all.
It's not at all, and you can also keep your email address private, and you can pick a display name that it can be a random name. It doesn't have to be your own name, which is a good idea.
And that's happened. There are anonymous bloggers. There's a guy blogging out of Hollywood named Rants, and there's all this speculation. Is it a movie star?
Oh, I've heard about this.
Yeah, they think it's Kevin Costner. Who is writing this?
I think they think it's Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck, exactly.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
But no one knows because it's anonymous. Okay, so let's see the account you've set up here.
Okay, so I've set up an account, and what I did was actually I'm preparing to go to my friend's wedding, and there's a bunch of bridesmaids who are trying to get ready.
Neat.
So I haven't actually had anyone post to this, but
What a great idea.
It's kind of cool because...
So this is a special purpose blog.
It's a special purpose blog because there's so many emails going back and forth, people deciding what to wear, how to get to places, rent cars, things like that. So I decided I would set it up because the wedding's in a couple of weeks, and I'm going to send out the URL to our friends, and they can post comments and talk about what gifts they're getting so we don't buy the same gifts.
Let's see what it looks like. I'm getting excited.
I know. It's actually really fun. So anyway, if we go in, we can actually just view the blog.
Now, do you have different looks that you can get? Oh, you can even put pictures in it.
Yeah, you can put pictures in, and you actually can put them in using Picasa.
Really?
Yep.
So now we're seeing the Google integration.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you can put pictures in. It's a little more complex, but it's definitely, they have lots of great help on this site, so you can figure it out. So what I've done is to create this blog and to talk about 2 more weeks, things that you can't forget, trying to find your way, and you can post links to maps.
This is amazing. I mean, this is as good as any website.
It is, actually. For most people, this is all you really, really need.
There are templates, so you can have different looks.
Yep.
You could do your own. If you knew HTML, you could customize it as well.
Exactly. And
although the templates, I think, are a very good place to start.
The templates are really cool. So
now, I see we get an ad there. That's how they support it?
That's why it's free.
Okay. So there's going to always be an ad at the top like that?
Yeah, there's always going to be an ad. And if you don't want ads and you want to sign up and pay for something like TypePad, I think it starts at $4.95 US a month, so you can have ad-free blogs.
Right. Tomorrow we're going to show you, if you want to do your own website, we'll show you a little more advanced stuff. But I think for probably about 80% of the people who want to do a website, this is a great place to start.
This is a really great place to start.
Blogger.com.
Blogger.com.
Send Amber MacArthur your suggestions, your requests. We'll set up an email address for you, Amber at callforhelptv.com. And particularly as we go along, Amber's going to start critiquing sites.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that.
That'll be great. She's a usability expert. So if you've got a website of your own and you're wondering, maybe get some tips on what you could do to make it look better, work better, Amber will be our web expert. So Amber at callforhelptv.com.
Great.
Hey, thank you so much,
Thank you
Amber.
very much.
When we come back, we're going to take more calls for help. Stick around. Don't go away. That was neat. So are you actually using it for the...
I'm going to start using it.
Welcome back to Call for Help, the special Canada edition. I'm Leo Laporte, and let's take another caller. And Monica, I think, has found us one. Monica, do we have another caller?
Yeah, we've got Scott from Mason, Ohio.
Okay. Scott, how are you?
Hey, Leo, how you doing?
I'm very well. Welcome to the show.
Thanks.
Nice to have you on here.
Great.
What can I do for you?
I have a question about something my father's trying to do.
Okay.
He takes a lot.
I have a question about many things my father's trying to do, but that's another matter. Yes.
But we'll work on this one right now.
Okay, yeah, let's.
He takes a lot of digital pictures.
Okay.
And when he found some good pictures, in the past he was attaching them to emails and sending them around to people, and that was causing a lot of problems.
Yes.
So now what he wants to do is find a software package that will allow him to create a photo album on a website, and that way he can just tell people to come to this website and see the pictures.
Is he Windows or Mac?
Windows.
Okay. Mac people, of course, have .Mac, which is a really great way to do it. You put your pictures in iPhoto, and then you press one button, and it makes a web page out of them.
Yeah, that's what I tried to get him to do, but he bought a Windows system instead.
Dag nabbit! No, there's actually many, many good solutions. The one we showed you as our free file, Picasa, will do that. But I'm going to show you some others so you can see what the choices are. One of the nice things about doing what I'm about to show you is not only can he share these albums with his friends, but they can order prints, which is kind of nice. I presume that he's sending pictures, like say you go to a family reunion. That's what I use it for.
That's exactly it.
You take pictures. You're not going to want to make prints for Aunt Maud and Uncle Doug and all those. So you just send them the link, and they order the prints that comes out of their pocket. So there are a number of companies that do this. Monica's going to do a review of all of them and their quality of prints a little bit later on this month. But meanwhile, I'll just show you quickly. This is Ophoto. This Kodak bought them recently. Yahoo allows you to do this as well. Share your photos with the people who matter. Shutterfly is another one. These guys have been Ophoto, Shutterfly, and Snapfish have been around for quite a while doing this kind of thing. And I'll show you the nice thing about Ophoto is you download this software. Now, is your dad real computer literate?
No.
Okay.
He needs a real simple interface and something that is really easy to use.
This is going to be a good choice then. You go to the Ophoto site and you download this software. It's similar to the Picasa software. He'll see that yellow button. He'll plug in his camera. He'll press Get Photos. It'll import the photos. Then he'll see them all here, just like this. He has the red eye reduction. He has the cropping. Many of the features that you can use on these other things. If the dog had red eyes, we could do that and get rid of the red eye and all that stuff. Then, once we've picked the stuff that we want, let me cancel out of that. We can do a slideshow here, of course, which is kind of cool, or we can upload them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all the photos, and I'm going to upload them now to the Ophoto website. I can create this new one. This is going to be called Family Reunion. When I upload it, now, does he have high-speed internet or not?
Yes, he does.
Okay, because that's the one drawback to this is it can take a while to upload all these photos, especially if you're on dial-up. What it's not going to do is it uploads the high-quality version, but that's not visible to the people who browse on the web. They'll do a smaller, low-quality version on the web for people to look at, which is important because then the website's not going to be massive.
Yeah.
Okay, now it's already uploaded. I can press share photos, and what it'll do is it'll ask me, oh, I already did that. Let's, it'll now say, well, now who do you want to send this to? And I will enter in email addresses for the various people. I can have it in an address book, which makes it very simple. Press next. They'll get an email that says, hey, Scott's dad just shared some photos. Click this link to go to the website and look at them. I have to tell you, now Snapfish and Shutterfly also do this. One drawback to the OPhoto is that they do ask the people who want to go see the albums to create an account. Now, they don't have to give them a credit card number or a lot of demographic or information or anything, but they just do create an account. And the reason is because then when you go to the OPhoto website to look at a album, you can say buy, right now. I want to buy it. So that's why they do that. So if I sign in here, I'll sign in real quickly. And I can show you, I have a bunch of albums on here. I should have done this before the show. And I can look at these albums, and I can see, this is the one I just uploaded. I can buy prints from it by just clicking buy prints. But it's not just prints, by the way. They have a lot of really cool stuff. They have photo books. They have mugs. So it's kind of cool for your family. This is how OPhoto makes money, of course, selling these. But as a result, they don't charge you anything for the album or for the software. So that's the one I would recommend.
Okay, that looks great.
Yeah, he could try Shutterfly and Snapfish too, but I think in the interest of simplicity, just say, Dad, here's the software, do it. Thanks for the call, I appreciate it.
That sounds great, thank you.
Yeah, I thank you for watching, Scott. Take care. We're going to get the show down in Ohio soon, I hope. All right, one more chance to take our daily quiz. See how smart you are. Have you been paying attention? Here's our quiz question of the day, with apologies to Alex Trebek. What is sneakerware? Is it an undercover spyware, illicit software, a manual data transfer, or secret bikini briefs? Get to the website. Give us the answer. Andy's hiking his up right now. Now, we're not talking about you, Andy. We'll talk about it in just a bit. Stay right here. Our quiz question of the day, what is sneakerware? It is, of course, manually transferring data from computer to computer via SneakerNet, where you take a floppy disk and you walk it over to the other computer. That's sneakerware transfer. Hope you got that right. Smart person. We're working on T-shirts. We're going to get some T-shirts, so we have some prizes for our quiz question of the day.
Yay.
So what happens when you have food and then innovators, website designers with way too much time on their hands, or maybe not enough? You get
Pop-Tarts blowing up.
This is actually, we use a software called a wiki to arrange our show, to work together, to collaborate on the show, written by a guy named Patrick Michaud. Oh. Well, Patrick Michaud also has an interesting hobby.
He likes to blow up Pop-Tarts.
Yes. This is one of the earliest sites on the net. And, and he didn't publicize it, and yet it's become a legend.
Well, I can see why.
So show us what he did.
Okay, so we're at pmishow.com.
Oh, well, I got to switch over to your computer. Hold on about a second here. Press this button. It's just this little button over here. I think I got it over there. All right, now we got strawberry Pop-Tart blow torches.
Yeah, so if you go to the website, pmishow.com, so what he did was he grabbed a toaster, an old toaster, put the Pop-Tarts in, and
just
then
like this old toaster, actually.
Yeah. Oh, it's hot.
Oh, my gosh.
Don't burn.
It's Leo Pop-Tart blow torches.
And what he did is he pressed the lever down and sealed it with like a cellophane so it would stay down.
That's dumb.
And
do not do this at home.
I know, don't do this.
And then don't do it here either, right? We're going to let it pop.
I know, they wouldn't let me do it here.
Okay. And what happens? Do they flame?
Yeah, look what happened.
Oh my gosh, look at the pictures.
Can you see that?
Click on it. Does it get bigger? Can we get a bigger shot of that?
Can you see that?
Oh my gosh.
Look at that.
Holy moly. I think we should try that.
Yeah.
Basil's saying, not in my studio, you don't. Time for Pop-Tarts. They popped up.
Can't reach it.
Oh, you want a Pop-Tart? I can reach it.
You want one?
Oh, they're hot.
Oh.
I never really understood Pop-Tarts myself. But all right.
Okay.
So these will burn, given enough. What else? You got other fun with food?
There's another site called Bad Science Projects.
First marshmallows, now Pop-Tarts. How does she stay so skinny? This is what I don't understand.
I love to eat.
Okay, jet-powered go-kart. No, laser-guided potatoes.
Yeah, laser-guided potatoes.
Okay, how do you do that?
And what this guy did...
Now, I've made a potato gun. That's fun.
But check this out. This is like...
Spud gun.
Huge.
Wow, that is big.
Look at that.
That is big.
Holy cow.
And what's interesting is that laser guidance system. This is like the cruise missile of potatoes.
I love what they say here too, though.
What?
Spud guns are not toys.
Well, they're not. You could actually really hurt somebody with these. You know what they use as the propellant?
What?
Hairspray.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
FinalNet or Aquanet?
Aquanet. Oh,
yeah,
man.
Aquanet. Light that. Ooh. Ooh.
Canadian battleship.
That's what Andy uses on his hair.
Some more.
And
I
then,
thought it was Dippity-Doo. I found a whole jar of Dippity-Doo in my drawer. Wasn't that your Dippity-Doo? Yeah, I thought it was. All right.
But this other
What
one,
is that?
ep.ll. Anyway, the website's.
Oh, this
right
is
there.
the oxygen.
Yeah, it uses
barbecue?
liquid oxygen to heat up the charcoal in 3 seconds.
Wow.
3 seconds.
Now, people
gotta be a world
are
record.
still doing this. In fact, just recently there was a one circulating about how to fry an egg on a computer, right?
Right here.
Look at this.
Breakfast.
Breakfast.
What he
Deep
did
breakfast.
was place copper coins
Yeah.
on the CPU.
Yeah.
And he used a tray, a foiled tray.
It's cooking an egg.
Yeah, and then dropped
probably
an
could.
egg in.
It'd
It
get
took
pretty
about
hot.
11 minutes to cook the egg.
It's a little slow.
I know, I wanted to try it out, but Andy wouldn't let me use his computer.
Look at that. It's beautiful, though. It's a perfect egg.
Look at that. Yummy.
Computer cooking, ladies and
I'm
gentlemen.
going to have that for dinner.
Links to all those sites and more at our website, callforhelptv.com. I'm going to take my Pop-Tart while you give us another caller.
Okay, and our next caller is Danielle from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Hey, Danielle, how are you? Is it Daniel or Danielle? It's Daniel.
How's it going?
It's
Daniel.
Daniel. Good. It's going well. Monica turned you into a girl, but we'll turn you back into a boy.
All right, thank you.
What can we do for you today, Daniel?
Sorry, Daniel.
That's all right.
I'm
I've
not
got
good at this.
an external hard drive hooked up via FireWire to my iMac,
Yes.
and I also wanted to hook it up sometimes to my laptop PC.
Yes.
But it's formatted Mac OS Extended.
Ah.
So I wanted to know how to make it into a file format that the PC might also read, or do I have to partition it?
No, well, here's the thing. Macs can read PC disks, as you probably know.
Yeah.
But PCs can't read Mac disks.
Sure.
Now, normally, the way to do this would be to format your FireWire external drive on the PC, and then just use it on the Mac. And it would be, you could use it on both machines. But since you've already formatted it with a Mac, you can actually solve this by running some software that teaches the PC how to read Mac's HFS file system. This is the company Media4. They're really great guys, and they make a program called Mac Drive.
Okay.
And all it does is it adds support for the Macintosh file system. So when you're running this on here, on your PC, all of a sudden you can see Mac disks just as if they were PC disks.
Oh, okay.
In a way, I think this is a better solution if you don't mind spending the money on it. By the way, there is a free trial to make sure it works and does what you want it to do. Because the Mac file system supports the Mac better. So if you're primarily a Mac user and you just occasionally want to read it on a PC, I would say this is probably a better way to go than to format PC, because the PC file system, it doesn't support the Mac as well.
Oh, okay. That's exactly what I wanted to do.
And by the way, it supports NTFS too, so you can read XP file partitions, which is pretty cool. This same company makes. I'm just going to give them a plug because I love these guys. It's a small company. They've been struggling along. When the iPod came out, they really kind of took off because they make this software XPlay, which using the same technology, because the iPod's just a hard drive, right? Allows you to use your Mac hard iPod with Windows, and even now that they have Windows iPods, it's still superior in many ways to the Apple software. So let me give them a little plug, media4.com. And that'll solve your problem. Try it free for 30 days, the Mac Drive, and make sure it works before you buy it.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Thanks for the call, Dan. Are you mostly Mac or mostly Windows?
Mostly Mac.
Would you like to see more Mac coverage on the show, or dumb question? I bet you would.
I would love it.
Yeah. Well, I think we're going to do a lot. One of the things that's nice about this show is the new company has been very encouraging in covering more than just Windows. So I think we're going to see more Linux coverage, more Mac coverage, more alternatives to Microsoft. So keep watching.
All right.
Hey, thank you, Daniel.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
I really appreciate it. Bye-bye. We're going to be back with some final words, maybe some final emails from you, too. I've got a few we can answer. Maybe we'll put Andy and Monica to work right after the break. And then we're going to make Andy eat this. Stay right here. It should be fun. Welcome back to Call for Help. Leo Laporte here, and I think we have time for one more call, Monica, don't we?
Yes, we've got Howard from Calgary.
Hey, Howard, how are you?
Hey, not bad, Leo. Yourself?
Well, we're great. Hey, the Stampede just ended, yeah?
Yes, it did, and I'm all yahooed out.
Oh, Yahoo! It's supposed to be. I got to get there. It's what, a week long?
It's 9 days, actually.
9 days.
9 days of free breakfast, all you can eat. You never go hungry
free
in the
breakfast.
Stampede.
Pop-Tarts? Do they have Pop-Tarts?
Marshmallows?
What can we do for you, Howard?
High-end video cards.
Okay.
I'm running a 5200, and I play joint ops, that 150-player server.
Hey, Mike, get me my
When I
cowboy
get into
hat,
the
would you?
bigger maps and stuff, my video card drops down to 2 frames per second.
Yeah.
I'd like to get the new 6800, but that's a mortgage payment.
Can you, I got to wear this for Howard, because since he's from Calgary, we're going to make him feel right. I'm wearing my cowboy hat, Howard.
All right.
Yeah, can you, what resolution, what screen resolution are you running at?
I'm running the 1024. I've dropped it down lower than that, but
Still no good,
prefer
huh?
not to because it's a beautiful game.
Yeah, you want to run a 1024. And what's your CPU?
AMD 2600.
20. Okay, that's pretty fast. You know, you can if you have a slower CPU, you can overbuy video card because the CPU, if it can't keep up with a video card, there's no point in having a fancy video card.
Yeah.
You could probably get a better video card. What's your price range?
I'm looking anywhere between 300 to 500.
Oh hell, like heck.
No.
Oh heck.
Oh heck, yeah.
Oh heck, you got plenty of money. You could buy the top of the line. The best card out there right now, the DirectX 9 X800. You could buy that. But I would take a look at the 9800. That's going to be around 250.
Yeah.
Any of those would be better, frankly. And I like the ATI cards. Although if you want to get a Radeon, the new 6800s are very good. Those are going to be about $400. When you get the latest, greatest, you're in the 400 to 500 range. But if you're willing to spend that much,
Yeah, like I was wondering what the difference was between like the 9800 Pro and the 5900 XT or LE, whatever it is from NVIDIA.
you're going to see the biggest difference is it's a DirectX 9 capable card, and that's going to make a big difference in the latest games because they use DirectX 9 features to create certain effects like shadowing and stuff. I'm of the opinion that you should probably not use anti-aliasing, which will really slow down the game.
Yeah, don't use that.
Turn that off. A higher resolution will do as well, and you might get better detail than anti-aliasing. Oh, we're out of time. Thank you, Howard. Have fun. Take care. But yeah, I'd say upgrade. I think that's going to be a good thing. Yeah. Well, hey, thanks, guys. That was a lot of fun. Did you have a good time? Eating marshmallows?
I'm full.
Strawberry Pop-Tarts?
I'm really full.
Oh, my gosh. These guys are crazy. We want to thank you for joining us. Thanks to our great guest, too, Amber MacArthur. She's going to be back with Web Workshop. Remember, if you've got some website that you'd like some advice on, email Amber at callforhelptv.com. Email Andy at callforhelptv.com. Monica at callforhelptv.com. Don't email me. Leo at callforhelptv.com. Just don't expect an answer because we get a lot of emails. If you want to ask your question on the air, you go to our website, callforhelptv.com. Remember, if you've got a problem with your personal confuser, don't whine, don't moan, don't yell. Just go to the Calgary Stampede and go, Yahoo! We'll see you next time.
Call for help.
Bye-bye.